you need all 5 players to be connected. So it can't just be 3 of us. You need all 5 on the floor, and then whoever's going to sub into the game, every single one of you have to be connected. And I think that's honestly where we struggled versus Dallas the first game, especially on the defensive end of the floor. We were kind of just playing as 5 individuals out there. The communication wasn't great. We weren't really working together, not because, we didn't want to. It was just we hadn't really built that chemistry. Our communication wasn't great. So I think that's something we'll continue.
Hey, State Farm's here to help. No matter how long you've been in the game. Oh man, Pickles. Put everything on hold and pay attention to this, as Caitlyn Clark's behavior off the court has become just as bizarre as anything she has done from 30 FT on the court. And that's saying a lot given that this is the same player that broke the all-time NCAA scoring record, made over 34 3-pointers in her career, and made logo range heat checks seem like a regular part of her warm-up regimen. Turned into a walking highlight generator, drawing fans to women's basketball levels never seen before and forcing defenders to defend distances they had no business covering. In a championship game, 18.7 million people watched her. Even entire venues sell out to watch her step across half court, and national networks are rearranging their schedules to accommodate Iowa games. Therefore, brands didn't need to create anything when she entered national advertising campaigns. Special effects weren't necessary. They didn't have to be dramatic. Millions of supporters were already aware of this fact, which they simply tapped into. Caitlyn Clark has an almost cartoon-like combination of confidence and timing that makes even the ridiculous seem strangely normal. She can shoot and strike from wherever, and each advertisement she has created expresses that enthusiasm in a unique way. Her range became a joke in the Nike From Anywhere advertisement. The Nike commercial is currently one of the clearest representations of Caitlyn's public image. The entire advertisement is based on a straightforward running joke. Can you make it from there, Caitlyn? The group begins to question her like it's 2021 again as someone gestures out increasingly absurd distances. A sideline, a stairwell, an upper deck, and they still don't realize that telling Caitlyn Clark she can't make a shot is the quickest way to watch her miss one. Hello, Caitlyn. Hey, Caitlyn, can you make us in there? Hey, Caitlyn, how about from here? Come on, guys, she can't make it, no chance. Taylor, you got it, I'm not even going to ask. The few excerpts are ideal. Someone shouting from the balcony, a friend pointing from a corner, someone adding, from here might be impressive, and the response, whatever, ch from right here. It intensifies until the narrator's laughter is the only reasonable conclusion from anywhere from there. After the last beat, it appears that she can succeed. From here might be impressive, am I right? Whatever, Chad, from right here there, that's the humor. It's not staged or forced like a performance. It's humorous since it accurately depicts what transpired throughout her time in college. She was able to hit shots from any angle. She did pull up from 30 FT with the same ease that other players do when they make free shots, from the locations the Nike actors are pointing to. She did set South Carolina, LSU, Ohio State, Nebraska, and Maryland on fire. During that period, she did perform more deep pull-ups than any player in the country, both male and female. Comedy was not necessary for Nike to write. They just exaggerated her normal behavior by 5% and suddenly it becomes a punchline. During her games, millions of fans thought the same thing. She can't possibly, oh, never mind. After that, she succeeded. The joke that everyone was already making served as the basis for a whole Nike advertisement. Additionally, this ad served as a wink because it began at the same time that her $28 million lifetime contract was being finalized. She is now hitting from anywhere off the court in addition to shooting from deep. State Farm from the logo, the advertisement that gave her signature shot superpowers. State Farm was able to capture her identity if Nike was able to capture her range. The logo advertisement is essentially in homage to the shot that caused half of the nation to halt their activities each time she pulled from deep. Caitlyn Clark. From the logo gives it the recognizable game call excitement at first, but it quickly transforms into something light-hearted and commonplace. Clark from the logo. You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo. Allow me. Rather than being in a stadium, she is in everyday areas like a kitchen, living room, or even a board game table. Everything she does is technically regular, but the humor is that she's doing it from a logo. Buckets. Now that's a tomato, Shabon. The answer is Shabon. H the match. P-E-Z-O-L bottom row. The most important aspect is how carefree she makes it appear. It appears to be routine since there is no effort, no significant emotion, and no celebration, just the same serene natural expression. The tone is completely reversed in the second State Farm advertisement. This one, which features Reggie Miller and Jimmy Butler, leans heavily toward controlled anarchy. It's very straightforward at first, but as soon as the pair casually says shoot, things start to go wrong. Shoot. Okay, I'll shoot. What's happening? But I don't see any hoop. No, I said that because of I'm sorry, shoot. I'll shoot. Where's the hoop? They don't have one. Stop saying. The Caitlyn responds right away. Like if she were playing a game, she appears prepared to fire a three even though there isn't a real hoop in sight since the word shoot activates her like muscle memory. The ongoing joke is that despite the absurdity of the scenario, she is constantly in basketball mode. One of the best shooters in NBA history, Reggie Miller, basically built his career on making deep three-pointers is just watching the whole thing go south. The couple continues to repeat the shoot. Jimmy says something that keeps the situation humorous as the timing gets worse. Worry. State Fire makes it easy to file a claim on the app for a new car or even that old pacer. Someone call for an old pacer. She doesn't overdo it, which is what makes it land. No forced reaction or exaggerated comedic expression is shown. It's funny since it's just her typical competitive instinct manifesting in an inappropriate situation. The internet went crazy over the Capital One commercial featuring NBA great music. Then came the Capital One commercial, which marked Caitlyn Clark's entry into the era of I can hold my own with global icons. It is easy to set up. Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, and Samuel L. Jackson are working on their yearly March Madness campaign. While seated in a diner table, this is the same franchise that frequently makes comparisons to Michael Jordan, Spike Lee, and Larry Bird. Caitlyn enters one of the nation's most popular recurrent sports commercial series as a fourth star rather than a cameo or prop. Cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver car. Someone say 3. Caitlyn, she lives for the threes from way down the counter. Oh no. Everything changes when Magic sees her and greets her with a triple 3. Leaked behind-the-scenes video shows Magic genuinely looking forward to seeing her. He recognizes her influence, not because she's famous. He has likened her impact on the WNBA to that of him and Bird in the NBA. That is truly respectful. And right then, Barkley, who's been openly supporting her since she joined the WNBA, begins making jokes. As if she's been a member of the team for years. Triple threat. Hi, how are you? How are you? Everything good, my pleasure to meet you. You're going to love it, GUYS. Her strengths are used in the most hilarious way in the commercial itself. Accuracy, timing, serene assurance, and swagger in trick shots. She tosses a burger bun across the diner, landing it precisely on a plate. Like she's performing one of those full-court offhand falling sideways passes she threw at Iowa. She flicks a cherry onto Magic's ice cream, scoops it. She scores. Is that pistachio? Oh, she's here. Oh, splash, y'all see her. Oh, off the glass, my face is not a backbone. She also smirks while doing all of this. It was the same grin she had after she missed a 30-foot shot in the Elite Eight against LSU. Everyone else has a strong reaction. She maintains her composure. The true magic took place off camera, but that dynamic is what makes the advertisement funny. She possesses the spark that Magic Johnson recognized in great athletes, he said, shaking his head. Barkley reiterates how amazing she is. We're working. This is just fun and funny, and we just get to have a good time. Way down. Caitlyn has a great personality, too. She's into it just as much as we're into it. You can do better. You can up-poke fun at she was annoying. That was awesome, though. The behind-the-scenes video went viral because it gave viewers a fresh perspective on her personality. The opportunity to joke around with 3 of the biggest names in entertainment and sports. The laughter, and the carefree confidence. Suddenly, Videos of her trick shots in a diner were being shared by fans who had never watched women's basketball. Her marketing prowess became evident at that point. Every league metric was broken by her debut WNBA season. Over 50,000 jerseys were sold in a matter of months, shattering league records. Several games with over 1.22 million live viewers and sold-out arenas everywhere she visited. And now, she starred in a series of advertisements that are often reserved for NBA greats. This was a takeover moment rather than a crossover. The brilliant Xfinity commercial that made fun of her name. Then there is the Xfinity commercial, which is brief, incisive, and humorous, because it makes use of a straightforward identification joke. Not all Caitlyn Clarks are alike. There's the Caitlyn Clark who works as a city planner, and there's the Caitlyn Clark who nonchalantly pulls up from a logo as if she's looking at the clock. Caitlyn Clark, graded.